Hello guys, this is going to be week 24 recap. I'll go ahead and put Cartoon Baby up in the pictures. Baby Zane is developing taste buds that can taste things whenever I eat them. If it's strong enough, then he's going to be able to taste it soon. And he is developing surfactant. I probably am saying that wrong, but it's what causes the baby's lungs to expand and to not stick together once he breathes in air. His hair is still lacking pigmentation, so like his eyelashes and his eyebrows and his hair, whatever he has, it's white at this point, and it will eventually change. And then his skin is not so much see-through anymore because his capillaries are starting to develop and he's becoming, like normal skin, like normal humans. At 24 weeks, baby is 13.5 inches long and 1.5 pounds. That is the size of an eggplant or an Atlantic puffin, a G.I. Joe, or a baguette, a demi baguette. This week, we had a lot going on, actually. Everything is okay. Pregnancy is just weird. So for some people, you don't have any problems, and then for other people, you could have all the problems. And I'm probably somewhere in the middle because it could be a lot better, but it could be a lot worse. So, kind of just figuring that out is where we're at right now. But we had our doctor appointment, and it was the checkup with the specialist doctor, and we actually got really good news. I've been taking medicine for my cervix, basically. I haven't gone into so much details on the vlog, but basically, my cervix was inadequate. So what that means is the baby could go into early labor, because the cervix would just not keep everything inside. Like, I am no biologist, or like I haven't, like I said in vlogs before, I don't Google things. Like, I have not done a ton of research, so like literally this is just the bare minimum of what I understand, is that your cervix keeps everything inside until it's time for the baby to come out. And so my cervix was not what it should be, basically. So pretty early on, week 16, they put me on medicine and told me, like, don't do this, don't do that, this, here's your medicine, like all the things that most people at 16 weeks would not have to worry about. And that was really stressful to me. It's been stressful to me, where it's just on my mind, like, is this medicine working? And we go for checkups, and then the doctors would say, oh, hasn't gotten worse, but it hasn't gotten better. So at this last appointment, they said, concerning the cervix, that they saw a lot of improvement. It's funny because the nurse and the doctor seemed confused. They were like, we really don't understand why or how, but we'll take it. Like, there's so much improvement there that they did not expect to see. And so we're really excited about that. There still hasn't been any improvement with the placenta. That's still where it should not be, but the cervix is the main concern at this point. And with that, they did see a lot of improvement, and they were really happy with what they saw. So I'm still on medicine, and I'm still having to do all the things, but we were really excited to get that good news, and we are still continuing to pray and believe for good things concerning that. During this process, it's been interesting because I am fully aware that the body functions, it should function a certain way, and that sometimes the human body just does not function the way that it is supposed to. And I know this, and I also know, that you pray for things and you believe for things, and sometimes you do see the results that you specifically wanted and hoped for, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes it comes in a different way completely, and sometimes it just doesn't come at all. And so I know all of these things, and finding that balance of having faith and having belief and understanding that it may not come to be how you want it to be. Finding that balance is complicated, and I think once you kind of like grow up and become an adult, like that's part of that process, is finding that balance and finding kind of like what is it that you believe, because you have to kind of determine that for yourself. And so for Josh and I, you know, as soon as we had kind of heard like the minor complications with my body carrying this baby, the way that we choose to walk that out is we pray, we believe, we expect good things, and we do believe in healing. And I believe that God brings life, that He brings healing, not only healing, but that He makes things whole, that my body will function the way that it was created to. And so that is what I pray for. That is what I hope for. And so that is what I have been believing. And with that belief, I still believe that if I don't see the results that I want to see, I will still choose to believe in God's grace and in His goodness and in His power, because I have come to see that sometimes it just doesn't look how we want it to look. I know finally getting some type of results of good news whenever we've been believing for so many weeks, that's really encouraging to me, and I really hope that can be encouraging to you guys out there also. I know that some of you guys who watch, you have similar beliefs to me, and I know a lot of you guys who watch probably don't. But I hope that this can give you encouragement, you know, whatever it is that you believe, and give you hope that God is there, that He hears and He sees and He listens. And yes, sometimes your situation does not go the way you want it to, or the way that you prayed that it would, but God is still good. And sometimes that can be really hard to accept and really hard to see, but I know in my life and in this whole process that I have seen that. And so at this point, you know, we're continuing to believe for good things, to see my cervix continue to improve and to continue to surprise the doctors, because they don't even understand, you know, like how we've had the improvement that we have. Another thing that I have been really just recognizing is also, it's so easy to be negative for me. It just comes naturally. And it's been really hard for me to be positive, really, about a lot of things. Body image, pregnancy, all the things. Like, it's been a rough go for me. But our church is doing a series right now about the mind. And one of the really, really good points that I really like is it says that your mind is moving in the direction of your strongest thoughts. And you can never have a positive life if you're constantly thinking negatively. So I'm starting to recognize this, and I am starting to kind of take control over the things that are coming through my mind. The pathways in your brain, they're not set in stone forever, and you can definitely teach your mind to think new ways and to think differently. So what does this mean? Essentially, that just means that you are not your thoughts. You are an observer of your thoughts. You have control. So, you know, I think negative things, but I have control. So I've been really trying to kind of just take control of it and to think more positively. And also just that feelings, how you feel, is not necessarily true. Sometimes it could be, but other times, probably a lot of times, it's not. And so it's really important to just constantly remind yourself of what is true. And so this week has just been a reminder for me to really focus on good things, to think about good things, to believe for good things, and to expect good things. And even if those good things do not come how you want them to, keep on believing and expecting for those things. But anyway, that's week 24. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!